Hi, this is Adrienne Barbeau. Just call me Billy. Everyone does. And you're listening to withoutyourhead.com.
Hey, it's Nasty Neil here, and I'm live once again from the marina. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. Really no one down here but me, so that's cool by me. It's not a windy night, so I think you can hear me okay. We've got a new goal here, so I'll keep track of this. We will hit it eventually, and the goal here is when I do these lottery tickets, live lottery tickets, if we hit $65 in super chats, I will buy the new $50 scratch ticket. I'll open it live here on the show. And I think that's a huge incentive. Everyone out there would love to see me do that. So send in your super chats. You can gift memberships and we'll do it out. We got Anthony Chobot here. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Thank you, Anthony. I found that I can see the chat a lot better if I make myself a little smaller. I had help my mom without water. All right, sounds good. Hey, Anthony, hope everything's going all right. So tonight we are opening this $2 scratch ticket. Maybe next time we'll go up to a $5 one. Maybe we'll go down to a $1 scratch ticket. This is the $100,000 extra cash. That's right. So what are the rules here? So this one, you got to match your numbers. It's pretty basic thing, but then on the flip side, you have extra stuff. You got to get gold bars. So I bet a lot of people just open this, throw it away, don't even realize you've got these gold bars in the back. It's really exciting. You guys send in questions here, comments. I'll answer them throughout the show. Help support the channel. Become a member. It's only $3 a month. That will also go towards the goal. All right, guys, let's see here. Let's move the camera down so you can see this. Wow, it's very dark, but I came prepared. Look at this. It's probably too bright, but it'll do. What do you think about that? Nah, that's not too bad. All right, let's see here. Folks. All right, some lights. Move this over. It's a work in progress. Looks like I'm doing like a Ouija board or something. We're going to summon the spirits. Will the spirits come and help me win some money here on this ticket? Let's see here. So the winning numbers are 12 and 19. Those seem lucky. 19th. My birthday is February 19th. Let's see. We have Vic in here. If you don't win, it means I'm bad luck. No, I haven't won yet doing this live. I think it puts a curse on me doing it live. They're like, you're trying to brag, open these live, win some money. But I think it's fun. I get to spend a few minutes with the Headyverse out there, be it in your head, the wrestling community, without your head, the horror community. You're all aces in my book. So wherever you're watching from, I'm happy. Send in questions, comments. And don't forget, hit the goal. We'll hit that goal and we'll open a $50 scratch ticket. Wouldn't that be exciting? All right, here we go. First number 7, lucky 7, but not so lucky tonight. Now you can also get 2 times, you win double. 5 times, you win 5 times, obviously. And if I get a star, you'll win all these prizes here. So we want to see something like that. A 9. We wanted 19, not a 9. A 6. So far it's all single digit numbers. And if you can see here, my winning numbers are teens. That sounds kind of, like I'm a creep. But so these single digit numbers are not helping. I guess it's better teen than single digit. But 4, again, not a winner. At least we've got a teen here, 15, but not a 12 or a 19. A 1. It's not looking good here, Chobo. Vic Schiavone. It's not looking good, folks. 10. But all you need is 1. You just need 1 winning number. Don't need all the winning numbers. We just need 1. 11. 14. Getting down to the nitty gritty. We got one last here. And a normal person will think that's it. Jack, Neil, whoever you are, if you don't get it this time, you are shit out of luck. You're out. You lost. But these also have winning chances on the back of the ticket. Very exciting. 18. So nothing on the front here. But let's flip this over because this is, as it says, the extra cash. All right. So over here, there's going to be symbols. We get 4 shots. I have to open a gold bar. Nothing else. It's the only thing that will win. Not a hat. I like top hats, but in this instance, it's not a winner. Not a key to the kingdom. Not so much here. A horseshoe normally would be lucky, especially an upturned horseshoe. If anybody puts a horseshoe in their house, you should turn it up right because then the luck is inside the horseshoe. If it's turned down, that means the luck is spilling out. Last chance here. A sailboat. And I'm surrounded by boats, but no such luck. Struck out again here, folks. Damn. Not too prosperous here. Nasty Neil scratching tickets. My big idea for a show, and so far it's been a bomb. Well, besides talking to you good folks. But yeah, I normally buy I normally spend $2 on my walk for a ticket. A lot of times I win, but never live yet. That makes people think, oh, you're just lying. Mick Schiavone. See, no, Vic, it's good to have you here. I mean, you didn't change the numbers on this ticket. So next time we'll try another one. If someone super chats a 5 or 10, maybe I'll go up. I'll get a 5 or 10 on the next show. But if we get the goal of now, you're asking Jackie Jones, Nasty Neil, if it's a $50 scratch ticket, why is the goal $65? Because YouTube takes 30%. So even at 65, I'm still going to have to put a few bucks in. They take a lot. It's a big chunk of the super chats. But hey, I'm happy to get them. You were not bad luck, Vic Schiavone. Any questions here? We'll answer them. It's a nice night out here. I like to go at night. No one's around. We're at the marina, and it's about a mile from my house, give or take, maybe a mile and a half. By the Cape Cod Canal, it's over that way. When I came in, I took a little video of it. I put it on Twitter for some reason. I didn't put it on my Facebook. There was a cruise ship going through the canal. That was pretty cool. What's that new horror movie that's out now? I should know this, hosting a horror movie show. It's got a really cool poster. I've heard great things about it. People are saying it's really disturbing. Some people say it's really sad. So we're going to go see that Tuesday. Me and my brother, Troy, the terrible one, and we are taking our mom, Brenda, along. So that'll be a good time. Yeah, there's a new theater if you guys are on the Cape in Hyannis, and they have a $6.50 Tuesday special, so you can't beat that. Save us some money. We can buy some popcorn. Can you please make me a Without Your Head t-shirt? So what do you mean? Like an Anthony Choboat t-shirt? We could do that. You want like an 8-bit one, or like Troy might be up for drawing you. Let's see here. That would be cool. Troy would draw you comic book style. What do you think about the WWE releasing R-Truth? That's a good question. So I've seen, a lot of people, defending it, and they're like, he's an older guy. Look, I get all that. Don't get me wrong. Do I think he's like gonna go out and be a big draw for the company or anything like that? No, but there's more to who you want under contract than just people that are going to be world champ and make you a ton of money. I think it really hurts morale of the company when you get rid of, I honestly agree with Coach, and I don't always agree with this guy, but when you get rid of people that are really well liked, really good in the locker room, longtime employee, a loyal guy, never hear anything bad about. In fact, you hear the opposite. So, is he going to go out and turn the company? Not that the company needs to turn around, but is he going to go out and be the guy in the company? No. But you want people like that in your locker room, backstage, just on the roster, because there is more to the company. You can't have like a locker room just full of main event guys. You want people all over the card, and you also want people that's good for morale and to teach younger people how to get over. And some people get over who aren't main event guys like R-Truth. And I think that's I think it's bad. And I've read, and I've sometimes read stuff, and who knows, but it makes sense if you were there and you're like, oh, anyone's expendable. Like unless like I have a chance to be the top guy here, like you're gonna get cut. Then there's fans are like, it's a business, blah blah. But his contract comparative to the company is like, maybe like a few cents to like a normal person. This is a multi-billion-dollar company, and this is a guy. His contract's probably a couple $100,000 maybe, and so I know that sounds like a lot, and it is. I mean, that's cool. You live in your dream, making good money, but not a company worth billions. It's literally like meaningless. So I think it's a bad precedence. Carlito is a little different. He hasn't been with the company as long as R-Truth, and nothing against the guy. I'm not happy to see him go, and I get you can't just keep everybody forever. So but I will say this. For WWE, I appreciate that they're not fired, they're not released. They didn't renew their contract, which I've always been a big proponent of. If you sign someone to a contract, you should fulfill that contract on both sides. Otherwise, what's the point of the talent signing a long-term contract? You get it should be mutually beneficial. So for the talent, they sign a contract and they're guaranteed. I know this is controversial, guaranteed money, but you're guaranteed that you're employed for a set amount of time. For the company, you're like, well, we know we have this guy for this set amount of time. And if you sign a short-term contract, you're kind of betting on yourself that when that's up, you'll be worth more money. You can renegotiate, sign a long-term contract. You have, you can not sit back and not try, but okay, I'm here for X amount of time. So if everything's just geared towards the company, where they can just literally let you go like every 30 days or 90 days, whatever it is, what is the purpose of it? It should just be a 90-day contract at that point. Like, you can't say I want out of this because I think I'm worth more, or there's somewhere else I want to go, because you're under contract. And the same should go for them. They shouldn't be able to be like, unless you breach your contract some way, it can't be just like, we've thought this over and we don't really want to pay you this, so bye. I mean, I don't get wrestling fans that are so pro corporation. They're like, screw workers' rights, screw the talent that have, an X amount of time to even compete. And even then, when they retire, almost everyone is broken down. People are coming here, so we might play a little music here or something, and then we'll be back. We got here. Let's play something. Put on these headphones here. Look at this.
Hi, I'm Andrew, and I play Percy. I'm the happy-go-lucky nerd, from what I understand.
So how did you get involved?
Well, the director came into the place I work, and he was like, hey, you want to be in a movie after coming in a couple of times? I was like, sure, I'd love to be in a movie because
That's not exactly what happened. Was I mentioned I was making a movie, and Andrew also mentioned about acting, and then I was actually thinking of wanting him to get involved, and then Andrew actually asked me.
yeah, other people are here, by the way. Here is the other two. We're filming for behind the scenes.
All right, we're back here. There's people walking by. Sing to them, Neil. Sing me a song. I was going to say sing me a song on the Piano Man. That's not right. It's play me a song on the Piano Man. Whatever. So did you hear about this, Dave? Carlito and R-Truth are let go. So I was thinking maybe there'd be like this big string of releases, but I guess their contracts were coming up at the same time. But I wonder if there's anybody else contract who's coming up at the same time. And then that always, lends to, should AEW pick these guys up? No, probably not. But R-Truth, I mean, like what I was saying though, he's good for morale, he's good for the locker room. The only thing is AEW has so many older guys now. I don't think they need more of them, but I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be upset. Carlito, I think his best days are behind him. Doesn't have a lot to add, to be honest. But he's already won the championship in Puerto Rico, which was funny because that just happened a few days ago, and I saw people in our group and they're like, "Oh, the WWE's putting the belt, making them put the belt on this guy." But it's like, don't you guys realize he's the son of the most popular wrestler in the history of Puerto Rico? Like maybe the most popular person ever in Puerto Rico, or maybe not. But he's up there. He's up there. Definitely the most popular wrestler of all time. Yeah, so Anthony wants a T-shirt. Dave Deadman. Oh, that reminds me. Dave Deadman has a lot of cool T-shirt designs, and we have one up on the Amazon store. I should put a couple more up if he wants. I mean, I don't want to make. I'm not stealing his art and saying, "Give me this art, you bastard," and we're going to put it up on Without Your Head. Now, for some reason, on the In Your Head one, I can send out free memberships, like 10 a month, but it doesn't let me on the Without Your Head one. I'm not positive why, but I know I can't get gifted memberships at all on the Without Your Head one because it's a brand account. And I don't know how that happened. I don't know what the benefits are. It seems like there's negatives to being a brand account, but I don't see any positives. I don't know what the purpose is. Yeah, they sold it like hotcakes. Well, it's not like I really sell a lot of any shirts, to be honest, but I do. Bits do sell pretty good, honestly. So actually, talk about shirts. I have the Without Your Head Pride shirt. We had one up a few years ago, and I decided it was a good year to do them again. And I always feel weird about making money off them. Not that we make a lot of money off them to begin with, but so anyway, all the $3 of all the shirts will go to the Trevor Project, which is a charity to help LGBTQ. It's suicide prevention for LGBTQ community. And yeah, so and I say $3 because that's roughly about what I make from those shirts. So people say the shirt costs $20 and he's only given $3, but I only get less than $4 for the shirt in profit. So it just gives me a few cents to pay for the taxes at the end of the year. Let's see. When finishing up the last couple episodes of Dark Side of the Ring, the one on Daphne was a heartbreaker. I really have to catch up on these. I've not watched them. That might be a good thing for me to do, and I could do live streams on them. I know we could talk about them on In Your Head too. Did you win? I did not. I did not, Jay. Johnny boy, I did not win. No winner for me. I'm not won yet since I started doing this on live stream. That's the third episode I've opened a ticket. All three were losers. So I think this is unlucky to do. I think the lottery gods are like, you're bragging if you open these live and you get a winner. But we'll see. We'll keep doing them. And super chat, send in $5. I'll buy a $5 ticket next time, $10. But if we get to the goal of $65, I will buy the new $50 scratch ticket and open it live on video. And just think of that. That'll be an amazing time for everybody. We'll all be winners. Even if the ticket's a loser, we'll all win. And if it wins, just imagine that. I'll win some cash and you guys will win my eternal gratitude. It'll be a good time. Who knows? Maybe I'll win enough to fund Arbor Day. Maybe I'll win enough to fund these podcasts for the rest of eternity. Or maybe I'll lose, but it'll be a fun time. Isn't that crazy? $50 scratch ticket. Oh, OIB is back. Oh, I see what's going on. Ain't sure. Get a little chilly out here. Dave Deadman showing up the guns. I mean, the muscles. YouTube. I don't want anyone thinking we're pulling out pistols here. Can I share the link? I don't think you can. I can on the computer, but I don't think I can on this. I probably should have done it previously, and I would have sent the link out to everybody. It's weird. Oh, well. Hey, whoa. I think I left here the stream. Was I still live? What happened right then when I left? Was there just nothing going on? Let me try something real quick. I'm going to try to go out, grab the link, post it here, and we'll see if anyone wants to join in. I think while I'm doing that, there'll be nothing. There'll just be a picture, but all right. Let me try it. Maybe if I play a video, that video will continue to play, then I'll be back. There's only one way to find out. Let's try it out, folks.
I'm Tim Dry, and I'm coming to you from London in the United Kingdom. Just a little bit about myself, just enough to whet your appetite. I played 2 character roles in Return of the Jedi. One was Jay Quill, a bad boy. One was a Mon Calamari officer. Anyway, I also played the title role in Extra. The point of this little video is to say that A, I have known Neil, Annabelle and Troy for many years now, but I am enormously excited to be a tiny part of their upcoming debut feature, Arbor Day. And I will be providing the voice of the demon tree. Do you think you're ready to handle this? Anyway, stay tuned for more info. It's gonna be monstrous. Ciao for now.
Whoa, look at that. Pretty sweet. Tim Dry involved in Arbor Day. Be a good time. I need to update those videos. We'll explain another time. But yeah, so I did that. Was that video interrupted at all when I left? Because I played the video. I left the stream, copied the link, went back in. Really, some high tech stuff here in the StreamYard world. I may have lost everybody at this point. I don't know. No, sweet. All right. So that's good to know. So if I need to leave the stream, play a video, we keep playing. I do like that StreamYard just continues to play even if you leave. The other night I was doing a live stream. I don't know if you know this, Cincher. It was with Lisa Gay from a lot of Trauma films. She's in Toxic Avenger 2 and 3, Citizen Toxie, Return to Nukem High 2 and 3. She's in Our Man Funk. So we had her on with a new host who made it was his debut as a host, AJ Cutler. So it was me, AJ, Troy, and Lisa Gay, and I completely lost power. So I was in the basement, complete darkness, and so I grab out my I was going to grab my phone, but I'm looking in the phone. So I grab the phone. I'm like, well, I'll go on the phone. But so the power's out, completely out. And it was a storm. So my Wi-Fi was like, there was no Wi-Fi because everything was out. And my 5G was no longer 5G. It was like a 4 or whatever. And so I didn't have a strong enough connection to go on. I could text Troy, but I couldn't go on live. So I was like, holy shit. Assume the show's just done, but no, the show just kept on trucking. In fact, everybody's like, that was the best part of the show when that idiot was gone. And then, like, they could just hear the guest and the cooler host. But it is cool to know that, in a way, it's like, yeah, that's cool. But what if I lost power and I never got it back? How do I end the show? Does it just go? Well, what if I lost power for like 7 days? Would be like a 7-day stream, and they would just see that. And if they're like some idiots on there, like let's say Tazo the Greek was on, and I lost power. I mean, who knows what he'd be doing? He'd be like showing his butthole. He'd be taking a shower, taking a dump. It'd be just madness. And then, or let's say no one was on. Let's eventually people are like, all right, I think I'm going to go to sleep. And so then there'd just be this stream. I'm really overthinking this. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. But it's good and bad. It's good and bad, like most things. Can you stop it from your phone? Well, as I just mentioned, at that time, I didn't have because I was in the middle of a storm. Not only did I have not power, I didn't have a strong enough connection to even load websites, so I couldn't stop it from the phone. Normally, I would be able to. Yes, it would turn into Infowars. Wow. I mean, there are people out there say that I'm related to Alex Jones, and they've said that In Your Head is just a globalist psyop that we're just trying to make the Headyverse gay, trying to make Lexar gay. Tazo would spread his madness. Well, yeah, that's better than spreading his butthole, I guess. Is it? I don't know. Now I think about it. Like, not that I want to see Tazo's like gaping butthole, but it's like a one-time deal. I guess I don't know. I say one-time deal, but it would be hard to forget that. It probably would be mentally scarring. But would I want to be as insane as Tazo, like, and be indoctrinated by his madness? No, I think that would be a lifetime. I think like let's put it in this terms, like Taz used to say, gaping butthole is temporary, madness is forever. I think that's the way it goes. Something like that. Something like that. How do I see if someone is backstage? I don't even know. On the phone, I'm not used to this. Someone should jump on just so I can tell. Give Tazo another chance. That is true, Incher. Everyone does deserve a 73rd chance. Everyone can mess up 60, 70 times. So why not? 73rd chance for Tazo. Make me proud. Don't make me regret it. But if we do that, Incher, gotta give Dobbs another chance. That's like 2 for Dobbs, and he's not nearly as insane as Tazo. So I'll make you a deal. You unblock Dobbs, and I will befriend Tazo. You got a deal? Want to shake on it here, boy? Right here live on the stream. We got some snacks. What kind of snacks we got in here? I bring snacks. I think we got some tuna. We got some Kind bars. What kind of Kind bar we got? Almond coconut. That sounds good. Give Tazo another chance. All right. Is it unprofessional to eat on the stream? Well, probably. That's only unprofessional, but I didn't think that's through too well. There's other people here that can talk. All right. Good man. And when I get home, I will send a request to Tazo. Did you know that David Lynch ate the same thing for lunch every day? They're not. What was it? What did he eat? Black coffee, I assume? And what? Apple pie? Cherry pie? Damn fine cup of coffee? Nasty Neil World Order. There we go. We got Nate G, part of the Nasty Nation. The nobleman of the Nasty Nation. Nate G, Nasty Meal. There's some others. Got the Disciple, Dr. Chow. Cherry tomatoes, tuna, and feta cheese. That sounds pretty good. That's a little salt and pepper. Very Mediterranean, which is supposed to be healthy. Well, he didn't live a long time, but it probably wasn't the tuna and cherry tomatoes that did him in. It was probably all that smoking. All right, good man. I like that. I like to bring the Headyverse back together. Appreciate it. I'll add Tazo when I get back home. Let's get some. Now you're gonna think, Nasty Neil, what are you doing? This is some budget stuff here. This is the great value. But I know Ray DeVito was talking about this the other day, and I felt bad because I'm like, I'm on Ray DeVito's side here. These packs of tuna, low calories, no fat, no cholesterol, or very little cholesterol. I can't say no, but very little cholesterol. Very low carbs. Some of them have no carbs if you get like the tomato one. High protein, gives you a boost of energy. These great value ones. Sometimes you get for like 80 cents at Walmart. So I like them. But right now we're eating a Kind bar. I'm a big fan of these two. I actually started eating these when we were making End Zone 2 because I needed snacks. And I was staying with vegans. I have nothing against vegans. I'm not here to belittle vegans or battle vegans. But I was staying at their house, so I also didn't want to bring stuff back. Look, they didn't mind when we were out at restaurants if I ordered food with meat in it. But when I'm staying at their house, I'm going to respect their views. So I didn't bring any animal products in the house. But I did find these Kind bars. I was like, they got like no added sugar. Oh, good for you. Nice snack. Lots of different flavors. This one's almond coconut. I'm at the marina intro. I'm at the marina about a mile and a half from my house. This is the Sandwich Marina. So let's see here. Maybe you can see. So we got all these boats back here where people, they have their boats, they go out fishing or just go out on sailboats, whatever. There's also over this way and this way parking lot where you can park if you don't want your boat sitting in the water, you can park it over there or over here. And then got a few restaurants. We got Pilot House over here, which is really good. Fisherman's View over here, which I've never ate at actually. It's more high price than the other one. I've not really heard great things either. It's a thing. So the Fisherman's View. Fisherman View also is also a fishmonger, so you can buy fresh seafood there, which I have bought fresh seafood there. I've never eaten inside of it. It's right against the water. Pilot House, you would think is a little more expensive, but it's not very expensive for fresh seafood. I mean, fresh seafood is not cheap. That's a really good place, and it's friggin' packed all the time. so it's hard to get to. And then over this way is Seafood Sam's, which is like traditional fried seafood stuff, which I'm all about, so don't get me wrong. That's probably where I eat more often, just because it's it's a little more affordable to eat. Great fried butterfly shrimp. So it's like a large shrimp. They butterfly it. Why is that better? I'm not sure, but it does taste better. My friend's Captain Scott's used to be over there, and it's still there. But while I was making Our Man Funk, it burnt down. I was really sad. And my friend Andrew, who's going to be in Our Man Funk, I didn't know this at the time, but he was the first responder. And he, because he works over here, I don't want to dox him, say where. And he saw it on fire, saw the smoke, called the fire department. They came, but place burnt down to the ground. No one was hurt. But the family-owned restaurant's been there for 38 years. Really sad. I'm sure it's insured, but a lot of locals started a GoFundMe to help him rebuild. Chef George, friend of mine. And so, I hope they're rebuilding. We were going to film some stuff for Arbor Day there. And obviously, it's way worse that it's burnt down. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do that because I doubt it'll be rebuilt by then. I don't know. I was just telling AJ, because he's like, do you have to film in the fall? Because AJ Cutler would like to come out. I'm like, we have to either film in the fall and the spring. And I don't necessarily want to keep putting the movie off, but I do want it to be good. That's the main thing. So, if for some reason we had to do it in the spring, whatever. But it'll be soon. We'll be getting the campaign up soon. The problem is, someone else was creating the campaign. They never finished it. They've no longer involved in the film. We've got to recreate it, really. Got to edit a lot of these videos together. There's a lot of things that need to be put together, but we should get on it, get the campaign up, know how much money we're working with, and get going. But I'm really excited. Terrible Troy's here. We're actually going tomorrow to get some stuff to work. I'm actually now doing some of the prop stuff. I'm working on something, and then Troy's gonna really get. I actually, by the way, Troy, I talked to Billy Coyne, so we can talk to him someday about some details about building the tree. Interest. Oh yeah, I see it backstage.
Hello.
What's up?
You can hear me good?
No, I'm gonna put my headphones on.
Oh, yeah, that might help. Is this any better?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Alrighty.
All right, so that works. You don't have to stay if you don't want to, but thank you, because I did see it now. The guest thing, it'll pop up a little one, knowing that someone's backstage.
Oh. Well,
so it is possible to add folks in here when I'm live streaming out and about remotely, which I'm going to start doing more often. I enjoy doing the live streams. They're fun. And so I just pop on, I'll scratch tickets. I thought when I go out and about, maybe I could review a movie. And there's a new show. Troy and I, and sometimes it'll be Troy and I, sometimes it'll just be me, but something I want to do for a while. And whenever we're at a restaurant, we will just pop on live and we'll review it. And so we've got In Your Head, we got Without Your Head. We have to stick with the Headyverse enter. So I'm thinking Feed Your Head.
Feed Your Head.
I mean, it kind of sounds like we're doing drugs or something, but I guess we could do In Your Mouth, but I think we got to stick with head. I don't know. Nate G, maybe you've got anybody out there. Nate G, Showboat, Terrible Troy, Dave Deadman, 1 Inch Biceps, Vagina Wrinkle. Any folks out there, if you do have an idea that for a show where Troy and I review food that's in the heady realm, so let's give it Without Your Head, In Your Head, kind of related. We're open to ideas, but at the moment it's going to be called Feed Your Head.
Ah,
yeah. Dave Deadman likes In Your Mouth. I'm not against it either. But
Didn't Bill Johnson say that in his liner for?
I think he
Without Your
did
Head?
actually. Now you said that, yeah.
Yeah, because I think.
Feed your head.
Yeah, I remember
Wow.
him saying that. Yeah.
Dave Deadman, we could combine all these in your mouth and down your gullet. These all kind of sound kind of dirty too.
Yeah. I would expect better from the heady verse.
Yeah,
Or-
they're very pristine gentlemen.
Very much so.
Yeah, next week barbecue.
Ooh.
I'm going out with Troy tomorrow. I'm not sure where we'll probably just eat something simple tomorrow. But
Mm-hmm.
all right, I didn't bring my microphone. Last night I went live and the audio was really bad, but it was like super windy out. But it's not windy at all today, so it's probably not too bad.
Yeah, you might want to check on Mitten. They might have had some tornadoes in his area again.
Man, you're all about
Yeah.
checking on Jason Minton.
You got to check on Mitten all the time.
I actually checked on Cass earlier because she's in Colorado.
Mhm.
She's a producer on the movie and on Funk, and some bad stuff happened in Colorado earlier, but she's doing all right. But
Oh,
you know what? I should think of Mitten too. I shouldn't just think
let's
of
see.
people I'm thinking about people I just met, and it's like, it's Mitten guy, whatever.
I'll check on Mitten right now.
All right, all right. Let us
live
know
on the air if he replies.
All
Let's
right.
see. I gotta find him.
Yeah. Oh, was he like at your house?
No, I'm looking on my Facebook.
Oh,
Messenger. I'm
I
on
thought
my
you were like looking
computer.
under the bed. You're like looking in the closet.
Let's see. Where is?
Oh,
Jason?
Troy's using the 8-bit emojis. That's right. If you're a member here this is streaming on several. I'm streaming it on In Your Head and Without Your Head. I don't know why, but what the hell? It's on In Your Head, Without Your Head, Facebook. I think it's on Twitch. I think it's on Kick. I don't know. It's everywhere. But if you become a member on Without Your Head, you can use these 8-bit emojis, and they're all horror related. And if you become a member and In Your Head, you can also use 8-bit emojis, but they're of wrestlers. But both of them are pretty sweet. Bubba, what's that movie we're going to go see Tuesday, Troy? It looks really good, and I've heard great things, which has me excited. So, Sinners was a movie Troy and I loved, and most people love it in the horror community. I really think it's going to be up for Oscars. It's that good. It's not just a good horror movie; it's a genuinely good movie. But as things happen, so this is kind of universally loved. And what had me excited going in was it was doing so well at the theaters, has a mainstream audience, and like indie people I know really liked it. So it's very rare that a movie connects with both a mainstream audience and like the more artsy people. You know, it's usually like if it's like a more artsy horror movie, like it doesn't appeal to doesn't find mainstream audience. And usually like a mainstream movie doesn't appeal to like, like more like film fans of, cinema. And so it really appealed to everyone. I was like, wow, it's interesting. So I went to see it during Our Man Funk. It was a day when I was needed. And so I went to see Sinners. Fantastic. It was at a sold out IMAX theater, which was a really cool experience. I packed us in. It was cool. And so anyway, it's one of like a handful of horror movies ever to make over $200 million, which is cool. So of course, as with anything that's like gets popular or over, then you start to get the naysayers. And it's not just like, oh, I didn't like this movie. In the horror world, it's always like, it's not even a horror movie. It's like, come on, dude. Not to spoil the movie, but it's a vampire movie about people being eaten by vampires.
Yeah, I heard it was very Dusk Till Dawn-ish.
I mean, only at the most like basic level possible. But I mean, like at the basic that it has vampires. But besides that, like the tone of the movie is completely different. It's almost not. It's really nothing like it. But it would obviously be a horror movie. And then again, people are like, oh, it's just Dusk Till Dawn. And it's like, it's not. I mean, that'd be kind of like saying every vampire movie is Dracula or something.
Yeah,
like it's got vampires in it.
Did Apollo Creed's kid box anybody? Like,
no, but he's great in it, and he plays dual roles. He plays both twins, and my mom didn't even know he was playing both of them, which is interesting.
Oh, like Patty Duke.
He does a really good job. Talk to Me. Yeah, that's the movie we're going to go see Tuesday. I've heard
Oh.
it's supposed to be really sad and people are really going crazy about. So I'm interested. It is interesting because there's a lot more like not just graphic, but a lot weirder stuff that plays theatrically lately. Like The Substance. It's a big movie with Demi Moore, and like it is like really gross and whacked out. Of course, the Terrifier films, but Terrifier just were like low budget movies that happen to find audiences. But Substance is not a big budget movie, but has like A-list actors in it. Heard that's good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and it's a good time to be a horror movie fan because besides like your big blockbuster movies, the movies that people actually go see are horror movies, even like indie stuff. Because like no one really goes to see like a low budget drama. There's outliers, like there'll be something every once, but there is like a built-in audience for like horror movies, and they don't have to cost $800 million. Someone's messaging me. Can you please tell me something or other? Can you please tell me how to become a guest on the show? I don't know. You got to do something. Have you done it? I don't want to be a dick, but I don't know. I've been doing more shows, so we'll probably work it out. Whoops. How do I do that? All right, there we go. Substance was amazing. I agree, Dave Deadman. Big fan. So if we are still I have a goal of $65. If I hit this goal, Incher, I'm gonna buy the new $50 scratch ticket. There's a new $50 scratch ticket. So if we hit the goal of $65, I'm gonna buy it and open it live on the show. So far tonight, we are $65 away from the goal. So I think that's getting pretty close there, inching our way.
Yeah. Are you far from the store where you have to go get it, or is it just
over
yonder?
The problem is I'm not that far, but it closes at 11. So it would probably
so the clock's ticking here.
Yeah. So I probably wouldn't even. I might be able to make it there, but I'll tell you what, folks. If you start towards the goal tonight, it'll carry over till the next show. So so if you send in $20, or if you send in 62, and you're like, we didn't quite hit the goal, it'll carry over till the next night till we hit the goal. And just think of that. We'll hit the goal. You guys will get to watch me open a $50 scratch ticket. That'll be pretty great time, I think. Sounds like a good time all around. And I'm not just saying one person has to do it. It's a group effort, so we can slowly get there.
The Substance would have been a good like part 2 to the stuff. Like the for the name alone, like just call it The Substance.
Yeah, and this is what they've done with because they've had time to like work on it.
Do you think they would still like just taste it every time?
Just bubbles out of the ground, they eat it.
They're just like, oh, let's see what this is.
I am surprised that's ever been remade though. They do remake like just about everything. I'm glad it hasn't.
You need to remake it.
Maybe, yeah. I probably wouldn't remake that because I have such like a fondness of the movie. I'd feel bad. That's always weird to me when people like Rob Zombie, whatever. They're like they love this movie so like he loves Halloween.
Yeah,
and then it's like I know I'm gonna remake it, and it's like, well, what does that mean? You're like, I love this movie so much, but I think I could make it better. Like, isn't that weird?
I think they kind of twisted his arms contractually to make him make that.
I watched a whole documentary about it because for years he was against remakes at all and said like that, and that movie in particular should never be remade. And then all of a sudden he's doing the remake.
And then he's remaking the Munsters, and so he's just all.
I think that's something he always wanted to do. But
yeah,
I actually know some people in the movie, but that is god awful.
I started it, and
it is
Yeah.
Look, I will. I'm not an anti-Rob Zombie guy. I actually like a lot of his movies. Big fan of Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses. It's got stuff in it. It's cool. Not a big fan of his Halloween, but I don't hate it. I kind of
It
want to
was interesting. I'll give it
Yeah.
that. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's a different take,
Right.
know?
Yeah, and I do think that's good. You do something different. I don't think if you should just remake something, it's the same thing. That's kind of lame. I kind of want to revisit Halloween 2. I really hated it at the time, but I don't know. I've heard like people that I respect, like that really like him. Like maybe I should just watch it again with like new eyes.
I'd put money on you not liking it. Still.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But still, even that, like, I don't think it's good. But again, he was trying to do something completely different. So at least respect on some level.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like Lords of Salem. I think that's his most underrated movie because he really tried to do a completely different movie that he normally makes. And I think that it was rejected by his fan base. All that said,
that one.
The Munsters is just awful. It is so unfunny. I mean, it's like painfully unfunny.
You would have thought like he could have like hit the humor a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah. The guy who plays a grandpa is great. He really nails it. But that's also kind of the thing. I think because they've tried to redo the Munsters many times. And I think it's the same way when they try to redo the Three Stooges. It's just like, I mean, you're either gonna, because I know people are like, oh, you should make a dark version and like a serious, real horror movie. And like, so you should just make the Universal Monsters because that's what you would make at that point in time. Like, what would be the point of it, you know?
Yeah.
And then, so you either do that, you're just making like something that's, I mean, I don't even know what that would be, or you're just trying to like recapture something that already exists and it is from like a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the Munsters is from that era of the sitcom era, and it's like, you know, this wholesome sitcom thing, but it's with the monster. And so when you redo it, it's just like these people, like as Jim Cornette calls wrestlers, like cosplaying. That really is. It's like you're cosplaying the Munsters, and it's just. I don't think it's you can do it. I don't think it could ever be done.
Yeah. Nate G. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're gone.
I was just saying, Nate G. He says, I've only seen House and Devil's Rejects by Rob. Love his music. His music is solid. I am a fan of his music. You remember when we had Sherry Moon on and somebody else was running the stream and they were playing like Rob Zombie's music? And I said, like,
I think it was Wacky.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we're getting sued for sure. I don't think she'd mind though.
Yeah, I don't think she's. I mean, she's probably done some, but she's definitely not someone who's done a lot of podcasts. So it is cool that we had her. I was even cool at that time. I don't remember. I don't think she ever did any podcasts at that time, and I don't think she's really done many since either. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
my favorite.
Think of it. I don't think I've heard very many interviews with her. So
no,
I never thought about that.
I recently got the House of a Thousand Corpses board game, Nate G. It is really cool. So it's made by what's it called? The Halloween. I forget the name of the company, but so they did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre board game, which is really fun. You play as the kids, as the victims, and you've got to avoid the family. And this one's reversed. You play as the family, and you've got to hunt down the kids and kill them, and then take trophies like eyes and ears and stuff. And you got to try not to let them escape. And you also have to avoid the law, so you don't want Tom Tolles coming. And it's I like these games lately that are cooperative board games. It's kind of fun because you're not competing against each other. You're actually working together to try to win as a team, which I think is actually pretty cool. Obviously, it's fun to win and beat everybody, but it's also fun like to have board games where like you got a group of friends and you're all trying to win together. But Inch is against that. He's very like he wants to destroy me.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up the name of the company. Is it Trick or Treat?
Yeah, I think Adam's Family's just different though. I don't know why. I think because monsters themselves are already like a parody of the existing Universal monsters. I just don't think it can be done. And I put the same with the Three Stooges. The Three Stooges, they're from like an era. They were real people, and I think anytime they try to redo it, it's like it's people pretending to be the Three Stooges, and it's just lame.
Mm-hmm.
Like and like I don't know. You can't all of a sudden like we're gonna do this comedy from 100 years ago, and it's gonna work like. I don't know. No one's tried to be the new Marx Brothers.
Yeah, well, that would be pretty hard to pull off. I would
Yeah, I
say.
think it's the same idea though. Honestly,
Yeah.
do you think in like 50 years there'll be like people trying to be the new Wayans brothers?
It's possible. You never know.
Instead of being like we are the new Three Stooges, you should just be like, okay, we're gonna find this new group of people that we think is funny, and we're gonna be this new comedy act, as opposed to we are the Three Stooges.
Mm-hmm.
There's a video game called Dead by Daylight. Do you know this one, Incher?
Yes, I'm familiar with it. I have never played Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I'm aware of it, and I guess they got Leatherface in it. They also have Freddy Krueger in it.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I think Jamie Strode is in it, or Laurie Strode, excuse me. And I don't know. It's just it doesn't appeal that much to me because it's like they just take a horror character and drop it into the Dead by Daylight universe, where it's like I want to play a game that's made from
for that character, yeah,
like the Leatherface, the TCM universe, and it feels like TCM. So it just doesn't appeal to me that much. But I know people love it. I mean, because they still have a pretty big player base, and but it just doesn't really do much for me. I think they even have Chucky in it. So like Chucky's just running around, jumping onto people and attacking them and stuff.
Yeah, I saw the guy who played Chucky, Ed Gale, died recently, so I was sharing it. Yeah. And then I didn't know though that he was like an admitted pedophile. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna take this down.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. He was like picking up little kids on the internet and like admitted to it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be involved. Yeah. But then I saw people like they would out people who shared it, and it's like most people are sharing it just don't know that, because I didn't know, and I host a horror show. They just thought, oh, that's too bad. This guy who played Chucky, died. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was like real common knowledge. I'd never heard of it.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like it's kind of like the whole Brian Peck thing when we had him on. We weren't aware of all that stuff.
Yeah, because I've had people like, not so much lately, but there was a couple year period when they were really like attacking the YouTube page, or like, you guys are, platforming Brian Peck, and I'm just like, when we had him on, nobody knew. Like everybody knew. I'm like, no, they didn't. I mean, he was a regular at conventions. He was at conventions all the time.
Yeah.
And he was doing all those Return of the Living Dead panels and stuff. And like the other cast didn't know. We didn't know. There's no way those conventions knew.
Yeah, he was on the DVD, that More Brain stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's proof that people weren't really aware of it, So that was a good documentary. It's been a while.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. I like those ones. That one's really good. The Krueger one's great.
Yeah.
And the first Friday the 13th was not good. Then they did a second one where they took it a little more seriously, and it was a little better.
Oh, His Name is Jason. They did like a second part to it.
Yeah, they did because remember that first one, like it's like so corny.
Huh? I don't remember that.
Yeah, they did a newer one.
Is His Name is Jason? Is that the first one or the second?
I can't remember. The first one, the first one came out before the Krueger one, before the Never Sleep Again.
And then they also had a Halloween one that I don't think I ever seen.
Oh, really? I've never seen that. That one really didn't get much buzz.
Yeah, I just found out about it, like, because you got to like find DVD copies of it to.
They did a RoboCop one too that I've heard really good things about. the same people.
Oh,
And I'm sure that's cool. It's not that I don't like RoboCop. It's not like, it's just not that personal to me. You know what I mean?
well, I have a mitten update, and I won't say everything because he doesn't know but he says he's all right. So,
Okay.
but
What
yeah.
else is he talking about?
I just don't want to reveal personals. So
You laying the pipe to somebody?
nothing. It's just he said that he's not. I mean, I just don't know what he wants me to say. Or
It's
what.
fine. It's fine. I'm just giving you a hard time. If you could pick a puppet master, that would be interesting. That would probably be a fun. Like, I don't know if it has the fan base for it, but one of those internet games, like if it was a Puppet Master one, where you could play as like the Puppet Master character, as the puppets or as the people.
There actually is a Puppet Master game.
Oh, really?
I think it's like free to play, but I've never tried it. But I don't know if it's like real low budget or what. But uh, I I think I downloaded it once and I never bothered playing it. But
My dad made me watch Return of the Living Dead way before I was old enough to handle it. Was so scared as a kid, I made him make a bunk bed so so the dead couldn't get me. That's cool. Yeah, I love that movie. It's funny, when I was a kid, I really liked the sequel a lot. And then, like, as I was an adult, I was like, oh, that was really, and then I watched and like, oh wow, this sequel is really rotten. But the first one, I think, is really a great movie.
that's funny though, because like my family was over today, and my mom mentions the guy that played Chucky died, and I was like, no, he's still alive, Brad
Yeah,
Dourif.
you're probably thinking of
And I was like telling her like she's so wrong, but now that you mentioned it, that's what she was talking about.
yeah.
She's seen that online, so I'm going to have
He
to
must have
tell
been
her
a kid, because I remember when they made that, I thought a kid played Chucky in the suit, like they had a little kid running around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it looked very, very like childlike, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he was a little person, but I still think he was a kid at the time, but I could be wrong, but
Did he play him in Bride of Chucky too, or
I'm not really sure, honestly.
because I know they had one in the grave. Somebody, a little person.
Oh, okay.
Whenever he's like trying to get out of the grave.
Yeah, I kind of remember it being a kid on one of the documentaries in the first movie, like when it wasn't like an animatronic puppet or whatever. But I'm not positive.
Yeah.
But boy, I never really. I watched a little bit of the show. I've heard good things about it, and I did like the setup for it, but I never watched it all. And I don't know if it has like an actual ending, because I know people were upset when it got canceled.
Oh, the show got canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it and it got pretty crazy. Like I got up to the point where like Fiona Dourif is like she's like channeling Chucky or something, and Jennifer Tilly, and it got really weird. It was really falling apart. So
Yeah, I think it's hard to continue shows like that.
Yeah.
I think you really have to go in knowing your story arc from beginning to end. I mean, that is why I think shows like not that like you compare Chucky to Breaking Bad, but still I think you have to have that idea, because like when they made those shows, they knew like this is where we want to start and this is where we're going to end. And then it didn't go over where they were going to end with the show, even though like they could have, and people would have supported it and watched it. But like he knew the story arc beforehand. Like, this is where we're going to end. Same thing with Better Call Saul.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you kind of have to have that with a show like that. Like, all right, we got 3 seasons planned out. This is where we start. This is where we end. Otherwise, I think you probably just start making up some craziness to continue, making this.
Yeah.
And that's not just horror shows. I've seen other shows the same way, where very rarely do shows like have good seasons the entire run. It's like, to me, it's like Sopranos, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, The Shield, The Wire. But a lot, like even Oz, which I really like, after 4 seasons, not very good. A lot of after the Trinity color, like Dexter really goes to the toilet. Just about every show really goes downhill after a while.
Yeah, I guess they're bringing back Dexter. So
yeah, I actually did like the like the reboot season they did last year or maybe 2 years ago. I thought it was good.
Cool. Did you read?
They wanted to redeem because everyone hated the end of the last show, so and I think they did a good job. And they were smart about how they brought back his sister, I thought, because they had already, it's already set up in the original show that Dexter talks to his dead father, who's not really there. He's not like a ghost. He's, in his head. And so they just did that with his sister for the reboot. And I was like, that's smart because it makes total sense.
I know he was like really sick though. Like he had some issues health wise when they're filming the first, set of seasons or whatever. So I'm glad didn't he have like cancer or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know, honestly.
I thought he did, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
They really hooked it. I believe they really dated in real life for a little while, then they split up. Dexter and the girl played his. Yeah.
Jennifer Carpenter, isn't it? I think that's her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in like some movies after Dexter, like trying to make her like a movie star, but none of them really took off.
Yeah.
Every season of Eastbound and Down and Silicon Valley slap. Yeah, I agree with Eastbound and Down. I've never seen Silicon Valley, so I'm not sure.
I was interested in that, but I didn't watch it.
Eastbound and Down, though, very limited series. Same thing with Barry. Barry's another show. It's really good from beginning to end. What's the Larry David show? I probably like all the seasons of that.
Enthusiasm.
Yeah, but they would skip like years between some seasons and stuff. But it lasted quite a while. And was it 10 seasons?
I'm not sure. I never even watched one episode.
No, it's really funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably gonna get going. Yeah. We're an hour in, and it's starting to get really cold out here now.
Yeah, it's cold down here too. So
the other week I thought, wow, summer's here. We're skipping spring and right to summer. It was hot. It was like super hot, and now it's like, I think we went back to winter.
Yeah, it's really strange the weather anymore.
Yeah.
So
because it never got super cold here in winter. It's probably about this. I think it's cold.
Well, be careful on your travels home. And
all right. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go head around here, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by, checking out. It's been fun. I'll stop in every once in a while. It's a good time. I'd like it. I'll send the link to OIB over here. Or I'll send the link out. People can join. And don't forget, we got to hit this goal. You get this goal. And the reason why it's 60, you're like Nasty Neil, Jackie Jones. You're going to buy a $50 scratch ticket. Why are you asking for $65? Because YouTube really takes a giant cut. Even with 60, it's still not going to cover I'll cover the rest, but they take like 35%. Sometimes they'll take more if you pay through like Apple or whatever. I don't know. It's a lot, but I'm happy anyone would donate to the website though. So I'm not complaining, but all right, we will be back. See you guys. And check us out Tuesday. Me and OIB here will be on In Your Head. I'm going to the movies Tuesday, but we're going to the 4:00 show, so I'll be home in plenty of time. So we will see you guys Tuesday night. In Your Head, IYHWrestling.com. Go look it up In Your Head on YouTube. You guys might be watching on YouTube. I know I'm streaming this on both sites, but hit like, subscribe on both channels, In Your Head, Without Your Head. Share it out and all that stuff. All right. See you guys. Bye. Bye, OIB. Thanks for joining me.
No problem.